What
Hey everybody, guys,
oh.
welcome back.
Back-to-back weeks, that's crazy.
Yeah, I just need to get in there. You can start. Sorry.
Welcome back to the Veteran Rookie Podcast. Veteran speaking, rookie also speaking.
Spoke first.
Speak when spoken to. Do not initiate the talk. You got a little bit of spillage on your computer there.
No, I didn't.
You did. For the audio listeners, he did. So last week, I went 7-7 in my pick'ems.
Jeez, that sucks.
You went 8-6.
Hey!
As I was counting up the picks too, because we were just going down the line or whatever, and I started off 1-4. You started off 0-5.
gosh
It was
dang.
rough
That's
all
unfortunate.
around. So you do extend. Once again, that's 3 weeks in a row where you've bested me by just a single game. So you're now 50-28 through 5 weeks. I am 47-31.
That's not boding well for my 100 under.
It's not. But, only 3 down still. That's something that can change in a week. So I'm not too concerned. Not yet, at least. Looking at our draft picks from last week. Game of the week, I took Chiefs-Vikings. You went Niners-Cowboys. So I take that one there because Cowboys didn't show up on Sunday night.
They weren't there. I don't know where they were.
No,
but
Turpin was there for a touchdown, and that was it. Like,
Dak
no one
was
else.
there. He threw a couple picks.
3 interceptions.
Couple of them. Yeah, just like Jordan Love.
Mm-hmm. You got the blowout of the week. I went Lions over Panthers. You went Dolphins over Giants, and Miami did dominate New York, but the Lions really took care of business against Carolina, so I also get that point.
Stop.
Don't worry, it's all you the rest of the way. Lowest scoring game, I took Commies Bears on Thursday Night Football. Slam dunk, right?
Wrong.
No, the Bears put up 40. DJ Moore as the fantasy performance of the year, and the Commanders only put up 20. You took Titans Colts, and what was the final score of that game? Was it like
16-23.
16-23? So
Less than 20.
yeah,
40.
much more low scoring there. Upset of the week, I took the pick that we both wanted: Cardinals over Bengals.
Yep.
Wah wah.
Wah, wah.
Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are real now.
The real people.
Meanwhile, I pressured you into taking Raiders over Packers. I'm gonna kill myself.
Do it.
Fantasy Player of the Week, I took Lamar. Still gonna do it.
Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
He only put up 10 points, and that was in our fantasy league. Actually, I don't think it matters though because he didn't throw a touchdown. He should have though, like 5 times. And then
Yeah, that was crazy. That was like the worst.
all those drops.
That was the worst skill player performance.
It was
ever.
like a full minute of lowlights of Ravens receivers.
Dude.
Like 4 drop touchdowns.
Mark Andrews dropped, I think, 6 passes.
Yeah, that's insane how bad they were.
Incredibly bad.
Someone who wasn't dropping passes, or at least
Imagine
not
being
a lot,
a
was,
fan of theirs and
I
watching
couldn't.
them. Like you have a small taste of it just having Lamar on your team. But
Mhm. I can't do any more of this.
that's unfortunate. I really hope that my Fairweather fandom doesn't hop over to them.
I don't think you have to
soon.
worry about that.
Yeah, probably not.
Speaking of people who do hold on to the football, though, Stephon Diggs put up
What?
20 points in a loss
Uh,
to the Jags.
yeah, well, it's,
Caught a touchdown, threw a fit. Classic Diggs performance right there.
Wow.
So you got those 3 points there. So the draft standings now, you got 13 to my 11. So slight lead for you in both categories.
Hey, let's maybe talk about what would have been the best pick too, because I'm just looking at this and seeing what we could have picked for actually the best.
Right?
The blowout would have been, it would have been Saints over Patriots. They beat them 34-0,
Mm-hmm.
which is insane.
Mac Jones with his 3rd pick 6 of the season.
Good stuff. Tom Brady has thrown 3 pick sixes in that stadium in all
Mhm.
17 years,
Yeah.
and Mac Jones has done 3 already.
Mm-hmm.
So good for him. Just on the same level as Tom Brady, really. I
I mean, he's catching all these records from Brady.
correct. What do you think the best game would have been?
Oh man, let me see.
'Cause
And there were a few. It's never the game we think it's going to be.
No, it's not. It usually, well, we had it sometimes, but usually
I mean, we
not.
thought Bills Dolphins a couple weeks ago was a slam dunk.
Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't.
Man, whether-
Bills Jags was actually a good game
It
because
was-
it came down to the wire.
that was pretty close. Texans Falcons was pretty close. Honestly, there's nothing standing out to me of like oh my gosh, that was a crazy good game. But I mean, at the same time, that doesn't happen every week. And there were some good games, Titans Colts, that was a tight one. Let's see, Jets Broncos was relatively close, 31-21.
Neither of us picked right.
I don't know if Chiefs Vikings was necessarily the wrong pick though. I feel like it's kind of on the level as all those other games.
Yeah. The lowest scoring game was Packers Raiders, and it was 30 points altogether.
Ouch.
Or no, it wasn't that. Sorry, it was Ravens Steelers, which was 27.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't prepare this beforehand. I just kind of came to mind. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Ravens fans just switched teams
Yeah.
for real. Like you just got beat by the Steelers. Kenny Pickett owns your franchise.
Well, more so they beat themselves.
Your poverty franchise. Yeah, fantasy player of the week was DJ Moore at 49 points, which is insane.
Yeah.
Good for him, I guess. Finally getting the ball.
Yeah, throw it to him and he does stuff.
That's
When
crazy.
Chase Claypool isn't there,
Good riddance.
traded to Miami a week ago.
What are our other categories? Holy smokes, I am tripping on it.
Oh, let's see. We got we already hit game of the week, blowout of the week, right? Did we hit blowout?
Oh yeah, blowout was Saints over Patriots.
Yeah, and then lowest scoring game, upset of the week. What were the big upsets this past week? Let's see. Commanders were favored over the Bears.
Raiders were favored over the Packers, I believe,
Yep.
and they lost. The Packers.
Nothing too crazy
Well-
again. I mean, pretty standard.
Jags beat the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
That was an upset.
I think that's a real big advantage for them being able to stay there
Oh yeah,
for a whole week. Meanwhile, the Bills got there 48 hours before,
for
and
sure.
they looked like a jet lag team,
for sure.
probably because they were. Yeah, and the Packers, they were like 3-point favorites in Vegas. Jordan Love goes out there, 3 picks. Have you seen the show or heard of the show Love is Blind on Netflix?
I've heard of it.
I watched it on Monday night.
him. Yeah, it was based on Jordan.
Yeah, the first interception, he was like staring down the linebacker, and he threw it to him. And if he had missed the linebacker, if the linebacker happened to miss the football, there was another defender behind him.
Oh yeah,
Then the receiver was there.
he was covering all his bases.
Mm-hmm.
He just really wanted to get it to the other team.
The second interception was a little bit more unlucky. He got tipped up into the air and picked off. And then the third one, you had Watson for a touchdown, but instead of doing it, he decided to scramble around and then underthrow him.
That was crazy.
He underthrew Watson at least twice deep that game. There was another one where Watson got past the double man coverage and he underthrew him. He couldn't get to the football there. And it felt like they just didn't trust him with the football, especially after that first interception. It felt like he didn't trust himself.
Uh-huh.
And I don't blame him after that first pick.
For sure, on that Christian Watson deep ball, that would have been game.
Mm-hmm.
100% would have been
That
game.
would have won it.
Had him by probably 2 or 3 steps.
Yep.
He was cooking. And that DB was 5'9". That DB was 5'9". Christian Watson, I believe, is 6'.
And he boxed out Watson, too, at the end.
Yeah, he bought
the pick.
I mean, because he threw it right to the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't watching football because I'd come home late, and I was just I was like I don't want to do anything, and so I started watching a movie, and then you snapped me a picture of football. I was like, oh crap, football's on, and I caught the last quarter.
So you didn't feel like watching football because you didn't know it was on.
That's correct, yeah, and I watched that, and I heard the announcers talking, and they were just like, wow, that was the worst throw I've ever seen. The Packers are a poverty franchise. They're not making it to the anywhere, really. They're not making it to 500. They're going to be a terrible team this year
Mm-hmm.
because of that guy right there. Christian Watson is an immaculate receiver, one of the best ever.
I've seen
And,
3 touchdowns live.
3 touchdowns live, yeah. And he had 2 steps on the guy
Mm-hmm.
who is like I think like 7 inches shorter than him.
Yep. But like I said, going into the
Man.
season, I didn't have high expectations just because, these things take time, and I wasn't expecting to win the Super Bowl or, in my predictions, I had them like barely sneaking into the playoffs and then getting clapped in the wild card. So,
Bars. Hey, but they've Love's not been bad though. Besides,
no, exactly. Like these things take time. Like I don't know if people were just expecting him to be Aaron Rodgers 2.0 right out of the gate, because Packers fans, at least on like social media and whatnot, are acting like the sky has fallen, and like sure, it was a terrible game from Jordan Love on
Oh,
Monday
yeah.
night, but like, you got to let him develop. I think you got to give him at least 2 full seasons before you really make a decision of like. Now his contract does run up at the end of the year, which does make things a little difficult for that. But I mean, unless he's plays like that the entire season, I think you got to bring him back next year too and let him develop. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, his first season as a Packer, they went 6-10, and they stuck with him and for the better.
Yeah, for 1 Super Bowl. Look at them.
And 4 MVPs.
MVP
Hey, if
doesn't-
Jordan Love gives us another Super Bowl, even if it's just one, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
That's one more than a lot of teams have.
Currently, they have the same record as the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is essentially Jordan Love's rookie year.
Right.
That was his 6th start, I think, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So can't blame the guy. Everyone thinks it's like, oh well, he's been had all this time with Aaron Rodgers. It's like, well, yeah, but he hasn't been playing.
Yeah, I mean, you can sit behind Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, whoever, but you're going to learn the most by playing.
Yeah, Jimmy G sat behind Tom Brady for like 4 years,
Look at him now. He's
Yeah.
on the Raiders.
beating Jordan Love just.
I
barely.
wouldn't say it was Jimmy G that beat him. But
Jimmy G is the best football player.
Jimmy G also should have had 3 picks,
Jimmy G had a tutty, an interception, 208 yards,
2 dropped picks,
2 dropped picks.
a dropped pick 6
Wow.
from Darnell Savage.
Man, you guys' defensive coordinator is on some stuff.
Yeah,
too.
he lined up. We were shutting down Devontae Adams, and he was like, "I'm gonna line up Preston Smith on him."
Maybe he's just friends with Devontae
and
Adams.
and then he started cooking, and then I think Adams scored a touchdown, or he at least got close. Maybe it was Jacoby Myers, but that was when Adams started cooking. Was after freaking Preston Smith was lined up on him. Jair only lined up on him like 6 times that game, but Rasul Douglas was on him most of the game, and he was doing it.
Yeah, receiving. Devontae Adams had 45 yards, 4 receptions. Jacoby Myers had 7 for 75 yards
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jacoby was going
and a
off.
tutty. Yeah, they were locking Devontae Adams down, and then they were like, "How about we stop doing that?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, any other highlights out of the week?
I'm just looking. I mean, there was some big news with the Bills. They lost Matt Milano probably for the season, which is a big blow to that defense.
Really sucks.
Let's see. The Dolphins are still stupid fast, but they do lose A-Chain for the next couple weeks.
There's a guy in our league, and whenever he picks up a running back or has one, they just
Becomes
die.
goated
It's like
and then dies.
they get really like he had Chubb, he has Barkley, he had A-Chain, or I guess he still
Still does.
does. He had
Khalil Herbert, I think.
he had Herbert, he had Dobbs, didn't he?
I don't know.
He may have had Dobbs. He's just a curse to running backs. So yeah,
He's got Zach Moss though, put up like 32.
yeah. So next week when Zach Moss tears his ACL, we'll
You'll
let
know
you
why.
guys- yeah. And next time he picks up a running back, we'll let you guys know just to
To avoid him. Well, to
Well,
pick him up and
pick
then
him up.
and then trade him high.
yeah. And then yep. Yeah, I guess that's it for the week. Lions still cooking.
Yeah, they are. Panthers the only winless team now in the NFL.
Good for them. Good for them. Patriots are still awful.
Oh my gosh.
Their defense isn't even that good anymore.
It's mediocre at best. I mean, they gave up. I mean, it was a pick 6, so I guess they gave up 27 points, but
27 points though.
to 0.
Yeah, it is a struggle when your offense just keeps going 3 and out or throwing picks,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just on the field for 40 minutes of the time.
Yeah, not all of it is Mac Jones' fault, but a lot of it is Mac
A
Jones'
big
fault.
majority of it is Matt Jones' fault. The rest of it, I think, is on the coaching staff over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see with Belichick. I mean, if he does get fired, like someone's gonna hire him like immediately, but
That'd be awesome if he got fired.
he might. Who knows?
That'd be crazy.
Like if they go 4-13, and they have a high draft pick, want to go get a quarterback, they could just like completely restart, new quarterback, get some new young head coach in there.
For real. Next week.
Yeah, let's look forward to week 6. And let's see. Do you remember who picks first?
I don't.
Let me see.
I think it's me though.
I remember that I picked first the week it was Bills, Dolphins. That was week 4, which means you picked first last week. So I get the first.
What did I pick
overall
first
pick.
last week?
I don't remember. You probably went game of the week. You went Niners Cowboys, I think. Draft bust right there. Man, where do I want to go for this? I'm going to try to take a game that I think is going to be a lock. I'm going to go to the biggest blowout category. Sunday Night Football, give me the Bills over the Giants.
For sure. That was where I was going to.
I mean, I guess I kind of understand putting the Giants on all these primetime games now that they're good, or at least that's what we thought going into the season. This team won a playoff game last year with essentially a lot of the same pieces. So, but yeah, they're looking a lot worse. They're looking a lot worse coaching-wise as well from last year's Coach of the Year, because that was the thing last year is that it's like, oh, they're not very talented, but they're well coached and disciplined. And now they don't have that, so they're just poorly talented and not disciplined.
And no Barkley.
Probably no Barkley. I think he might be questionable.
Yeah, probably no Barkley.
Probably not.
Yeah, that was probably the pick to start off with. I will go to... I'll go to Thursday night.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Chiefs over Broncos. The Chiefs do have a hard time with the Broncos, don't they? But
the Broncos
are exceedingly terrible, like awful.
They're so bad.
Incredibly terrible.
They should bring back Nathaniel Hackett.
Honestly, like he was better. Jeez, man. Yeah, that's my pick.
Yeah, not a whole lot more to say about that. I wonder if Taylor Swift is going to be at that game.
Oh man, if she is, I'm gonna turn my TV off. I'll go to. I'll go to lowest scoring game. I'm gonna go Patriots Raiders.
I had that one on my board.
I'm sure you did. Just the look of it. What was 3 nights ago, whenever this comes out, because we filmed day of.
This is live.
Raiders did not look that good. That offense wasn't great against like a poorly coached defense.
A defense that puts linebackers on the best receiver in the league.
Yeah, I think Devontae Adams probably should have had like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. But
I'm glad he's saving it for next week when I don't lose in fantasy by 111 points, and also it's not against the Packers.
I lost by half a point.
So if there was ever a time for him to underperform, it's when everyone else on my team underperforms, and I go against the highest scoring team that we've had all season. So
yeah, but I really don't trust their offense. Not even Josh Jacobs looks that good.
No, he's looking terrible for someone who was the rushing champ last year. I think he had his longest run of the season, like 24 yards or something like that against the Packers.
Yeah. And then we already talked about it. The Patriots are just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They went 0-34.
Yeah. This game has like 10-3 Raiders written all over it.
To the Saints. They got shut out
and
by the Saints.
The Saints offense didn't even play that good. I was hearing they were talking about the game. It's like Derek Carr was like a C minus, and then the other guy was like, well, so just normal Derek Carr.
It's just Derek Carr. Yeah, the Carr in his name is the C is there for his grade. Get it? Guess it's your turn.
Good one. You come up with that one yourself.
I can stop talking anytime.
I'm gonna go Commanders Falcons.
Good pick too.
Desmond Ridder had the best game of his career against the Texans. He looked like an NFL quarterback, or so I'm told at least. I haven't checked out much of that game yet. Bijan Robinson's insane still.
Crazy.
Like at this point, like I can already see his career. Hall of Famer. He spends 10 years on the Falcons, bounces around a little bit, wins 1 playoff game. Your average Hall of Fame running back.
Poor guy.
Well, as long as he's on the Falcons at least. But yeah, this Falcons team is fun. Drake London's good. Kyle Pitts. Brace yourself. Kyle Pitts led the team in receiving last week.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
For like 20 yards?
It was like 70 yards. He had like 8 catches.
That's insane.
They were like targeting him, like on purpose. Desmond Ridder threw the ball to Kyle Pitts on purpose.
Stop it.
Yeah, look at those numbers. What did he have?
87 yards for 7 catches. That's the most he's had in his whole career.
Not quite. He had 1,000 yards as a rookie. But,
okay, yeah.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts looks real, I guess, or at least for that week. I mean, I'm still not starting him this week in fantasy, but
He's fake.
yeah. And then the commies. I mean, that was supposed to be a layup against the Bears. Your defense against that offense and that offensive line specifically, you're supposed to eat Justin Fields alive, but
Nom, 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 nom.
DJ Moore was like, I'm going to have the best game a receiver's had probably in years for just like a single game performance.
How much of it was it?
It was like 230 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Judas Priest.
Insane. I don't know the last time a receiver did it. Maybe someone did it last year, but
230 yards on 8 catches, with 3 of them being touchdowns.
frick it, DJ Moore's down there somewhere, and he was.
That's all Justin Fields can say because he cannot throw the ball correctly.
He was doing it this game, though. He looked like a real quarterback.
Too bad he's gonna
Just
look
like Kyle
terrible.
Pitts, I don't trust him, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, talking about the commies, Sam Howell, it's a roller coaster, it seems, with him. Very up and down. Washington is on a 3-game skid now after starting off the season 2-0. So we'll see how they do in this one. Fantasy player of the week is where I'm going to be going.
Ooh,
And I'm going to take Tyreek Hill.
Good pick.
I thought you were going to take Dolphins Panthers for blowout of the week, so I didn't think I was going to get this, but thank you for not.
Yeah. I would have been a good pick too. I think the Chiefs are going to do better against the Broncos. I think
Yeah.
the Panthers are kind of dirty and filthy, and I think they can do some stuff.
You think so? They're the last winless team in the NFL, and they haven't looked very good. I mean, their closest game, I think, was against Seattle when they played Andy Dalton, and they only lost by 10.
Oh, they only lost by 10.
Actually, no, they only lost by 3 to the Saints. So I guess I
think
take
they
that back.
I think they can lose by only 15,
Mm-hmm.
16, 17, 14 maybe, perhaps.
Yeah, Carolina has not been good. Bryce Young, like I was talking about last week's episode, he's looked the worst out of the 3 rookie quarterbacks taken in the first round. Anthony Richardson looking like a star, although he's only finished 1 game that he started. He's going to be out for the next month now, I think, with injury. I hurt his shoulder. CJ Stroud still yet to throw an interception, which is crazy. Record for a rookie, most pass attempts without an interception so far. Maybe not a record, but whatever. You know, he's playing real well, especially for a rookie to not throw any interceptions yet. And the Texans have been looking real good. And then Bryce Young's been there, 5 touchdowns, 4 picks, 750 yards. Average for a rookie. Like I said, the Panthers fans, you don't really need to panic. I mean, if in 3 years Stroud and Richardson are far and away better than Bryce Young, then you're like, dang it, we missed. But for now, you're fine.
Yeah, man. I kind of have an odd pick here. I think I'm going to take Jordan Addison.
Ooh, okay. Why?
Because Justin Jefferson is out.
He is out for at least 4 weeks, I think.
At least 4 weeks. This is one of those 4 weeks against the Bears defense.
Ooh. See, I don't know about the Bears anymore, though. After last week, that kind of scared me. But Thursday night's weird anyway.
Yeah, I could go there, or I could take the Bengals against the Seahawks, and I could take
Seahawks have a better defense, though.
They do, but Chase is a better receiver.
Mm-hmm. With
Man.
1 good game this season.
Yeah, but that was last week, so it might be still good. I'll do it. I'll take Addison.
I like it. Bold choice.
I think he'll be good.
Mm-hmm. He's been pretty solid for a rookie so far. Yeah, like you said, Vikings playing the Browns. Or not the Browns, the Bears. Chicago won last week, which is crazy, and the Vikings 1-4 now without their best player. So
I don't think the Bears last week will carry over to the Bears this week.
yeah,
I think they'll be bad.
I think this is going to be a close game, though. Probably a Vikings win, but it's going to be like a 2-point win for them.
that is really unfortunate to win by 2 points to the Bears.
Yeah,
It's even more.
at least they didn't
unfortunate.
lose by 20.
Yeah, I was about to say it's young.
All
So I
right.
got upset of the week left,
Or game of the week.
or game of
No
the
one's
week.
gone game of the week.
Whew. I could just like give you the best game because I really want to take Lions Buccaneers because I think that's going to be a fun
That could be
game
good.
to
And
watch.
the Bucks rocking the creamsicle.
Oh my goodness, it's going to be so cool.
Mm.
And with like the baby blue on the Lions.
Oh, baby.
Oh my goodness.
Give it to me.
I'm not taking it though.
I'm watching that game.
I am too. I will take Cowboys Chargers as game of the week though.
Mm-hmm.
I was very tempted to take that Lions Buccaneers game, but I think the Chargers defense or offense is going to be doing Chargers offense things.
Do you think the Cowboys offense is going to be doing Cowboys offense things?
Well, that depends on what you mean by Cowboy offense things.
I mean, they've looked the way they have all season.
Well, think about it though. They had a terrible game last week. They had a good game the week before, right? Yeah, they had a really good game the week before, 38-3. The week before that, they lost to the Cardinals, and the week before that, they blew out the freaking
The Jets
they blew out the Jets,
and the Cowboys.
and they blew out the Giants too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was also this game was on my board, but I didn't have it as my top pick just because I don't trust the Cowboys, at least their offense right now, to deliver a good game. Dak has been bad.
I think they'll do it. 3
interceptions. I'm assuming that's why you chose the game, so makes sense. Wow. John he was like, I'm gonna eat a saltine cracker while on a podcast, and then he was like, let me chew it in a bunch of little pieces and then just spit it out all over the place.
For the audio listeners, that didn't happen.
It did. You could hear it happen. I'm gonna turn up your mic. They'll be able to hear it
Gosh dang it, stuff's going into my keyboard.
from the cracker you didn't spit out.
Just some cracker dust left in your room from something.
Justin Herbert, 7 touchdowns, 1 pick. Are the Chargers going to charge or are the Cowboys going to cowboy?
It could be the worst game of the season.
Yeah. Who knows?
Well, hold on. The Chargers have a good game week before last because they had a bye week. They beat the Raiders by a touchdown, and before that they beat
the
the
Vikings
by
in a close
4.
one. They do play a lot of close games, so going with the Chargers is not a bad idea.
Yeah. They did lose to the Titans though.
Mm-hmm.
On Forge for sure, and they lost to the Dolphins, which makes sense, by 2 points. Very sad.
See, for my game of the week, give me Seahawks Bengals.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the Bengals are back for real, or at least look like a functioning football team.
We shall see.
And then the Seahawks have won, I think, 3 straight now, coming off of an early bye week. I think this is going to be a fun game in Cincinnati. Geno Smith versus Joe Burrow. Should be good.
Yeah, neither of them started off the season very good, and Geno's been riding it for 3 weeks now, and a bye week.
Mm-hmm.
And then Joe Burrow just got his thunder back, so
Yeah.
hopefully he keeps it, and we get a good game, because I think I'll still start Kirk Cousins, though.
Yeah.
But
He's been more consistent, as long as it's not a primetime game.
Yeah. What's your upset?
I'm torn between 2 games right now.
You can tell me the other game.
I'm not. I'm going to go across the pond. Ravens are 4-point favorites. Give me the Titans, though.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. That's what I was going to pick.
Well, you can't now.
I cannot.
So I'm going to take the Titans over the Ravens. Titans have been weird. Another just hot and cold team. They're literally every other week. Lost the Saints, beat the Chargers, lose to the Browns, beat the Bengals 27-3.
Terrible Bengals.
Lose to the Colts. So at this pace, I mean, they have to beat the Ravens to keep this every other week up. It's also across the pond. London games are weird. Both teams are just jet lagged.
Yeah.
So there's no real home field advantage, even though this would be technically a Titans home game. But we'll see. I mean, weird things happen. There was also, I remember the last time the Ravens went across the pond, they played Blake Bortles and the Jags, and the Jags won like 44-6. And that was the game where it's like, oh, the Jags look real, and that was the year they almost went to the Super Bowl. So
the Jags are not bots,
but
they did lose. Very Jags of them. Very London.
Well, they beat the Bills
Stop
in London,
Stop talking.
and they beat the Falcons in London.
Stop talking. What was your other pick for it?
Tell me what you're thinking. I bet you'll find it.
Yeah, I'm looking at 2 right now.
Ooh,
What's the favorite in the Saints game?
Let's see. Who are the Saints playing?
The Texans.
Saints Texans. It's 1.5.
Oh, I don't want to.
Because
go
Texans
there.
Texans are kind of good now, or at least they're fun.
What's the Cardinals Rams line?
See, that's the other one I was looking at. Rams are 7-point favorites.
Oh my goodness, Cardinals all the way. Give me Cardinals. Give
Yeah.
me Cardinals.
The only reason I went the other way is because Cooper Kupp's back now, and that kind of scares me for the Rams.
Oh, for sure.
But
But
otherwise, I probably would have gone Cardinals there. But I also took the Cardinals last week.
They didn't win.
No, let me down.
The Rams didn't win either, though.
But they played
One of them has to lose.
second best team in the league.
One of them has to win this week.
Yeah,
And I think it's going to be the Cardinals.
I could definitely see that in LA too. So that means it's going to be just a sea of red,
Only Cardinals fans there.
which is crazy considering they're 1-4. But they're a fun 1-4. They have not been horrendous.
Which is really weird with that, like leukemia-looking quarterback. He back there. His head looks like the ball,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't have
Good thing
eyebrows.
he's wearing a helmet.
Good thing, man. Blinding everybody. Looks like a milk dud. Hey, but he's been playing pretty good.
I'm gonna clip that.
Stop. Him and Baker Mayfield surprisingly have been pretty good.
Yeah,
Quarterbacks who don't usually look good.
Bucks are 3-1 now.
Yeah. The Cardinals, I think, could win this game.
That's probably why you took it.
That's yeah.
You want to lead us in pick'ems?
I'm gonna lead us in pick.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Let's start pick'ems off with the Broncos and Chiefs.
I'm gonna go Kansas City.
Oh, it's a tight one though.
It is.
It's not. But
Watch the Broncos win.
Oh my goodness, man.
Hey, I'd love to see that.
Ravens, Titans.
Cross the pond.
Across the pond.
Give me Tennessee though.
Honestly, me too.
Nice.
I'm taking Tennessee with you.
I mean, after last week, we were both like automatic dub Ravens, and now I'm gonna pick against them every week.
Automatic L Ravens.
Yeah,
Playing next week.
easiest
they'll
pick of my
lose.
life.
I'm saying it.
I'm taking the bye week over them.
Yeah. During the bye week, they'll have 5 injured players.
Oh, you know it.
Panthers, Ravens. Whoa. Panthers, Dolphins.
Ravens losing twice this week.
2 times.
I'm gonna take Miami.
The Miami. The Dolphins.
I love the
indeed.
Miamis.
Saints, Texans. I'm going to take Texans here.
I'm also taking the Texans.
Even though the Saints put up 34 points, it was against the Patriots, and the Patriots are terrible.
I don't think the Saints are very good.
Saints aren't very good.
I mean, that's the first time they've put up over 20 points this season, I think. Because they put up, let's see, 16, 20, 17, 9, 34.
Crazy.
Their offense hasn't been very good. But I will be okay if Derek Carr throws 27 passes to Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, that'd be okay. That'd be fine. Commies, Falcons.
Oh, man. Commies, what do I do with you? I pick you. I pick the commies.
Clip that. I pick you. That's crazy.
Commanders get off their 3-game skid.
I pick the commies. Can you say that you're going to pick communism?
I'm going to pick communism.
I'm going to pick Bijan Robinson.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, clip that. Judas. Colts, Jaguars.
Jaguars. See, there's no Anthony Richardson for this game or for like the next month. So now it's just the best backup quarterback in the league.
Oh, yeah.
Stash is back, but I'm pretty sure the streak is still going where the Colts haven't won in Jacksonville since like 2013.
Judas.
And I think it's going to continue. Give me Jacksonville.
Yeah, I was going to take Jacksonville anyway, but holy smokes,
It's been like a decade.
that sucks. Seahawks, Bengals. This one could very well be the game of the week.
I think it will be.
That's probably why you chose it.
It is.
That's the reason.
I like how I got my game of the week with like my last pick. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, are the Bengals for real or was it just going against the Cardinals?
Think about it, though. Even if the Bengals are for real, the Seahawks are also for real.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, even if they're both still there.
Seahawks haven't lost since week 1. They put up 37 points, 24 points.
They're coming off a bye.
Yup. I'm going to take Seattle.
Oh man, I'm taking Seattle too. Vikings Bears. The Vikings, I think, have a bigger victory than you think they're going to have, and I think Jordan Addison balls out.
I agree.
Cool.
I'm
Niners,
taking.
Niners, Browns. The Niners take that.
Yeah.
Patriots, Raiders. Fun looking game. I would want to be there.
I'm gonna go Raiders.
I also am going to go Raiders because what in the world? Like the
Patriots
wow.
are so bad.
Like, oh my goodness. And the Raiders just beat like a team in the NFL.
And for whatever reason, Bill Belichick struggles against former like assistant coaches that are now head coaches. Because like anyone who's like part of the Patriots and then goes and becomes a head coach somewhere else normally just sucks. But they always beat Bill Belichick. Like I remember their old defensive coordinator. He went to the Lions. They won like 3 games, and one of those was against the Patriots.
Was that with Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Man, unfortunate. Lions Bucks, a fun game, I believe.
Breaking out those creamsicles.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so fun to watch.
Breaking out that Honolulu Blue
Woo!
W.
Oh my
For
goodness,
Detroit.
I'm so happy for watching this game. I don't even care how the game goes. I just want to see the.
So it can be an
uniforms.
elite uniform matchup.
It's gonna be so nice looking. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna love some pictures of like people hurdling, people or just
Ooh,
getting dropped, just like in a really nice looking picture with both those. Oh man.
that's a new screensaver right there.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm gonna take the Lions.
Yeah.
Cardinals, Rams. I am taking Cardinals.
I'm going to go Rams, but I'm not that confident in it.
Yeah, I'm not angry with that pick. I mean, I think it's up in the air. I think 7 points is very generous.
Yeah, that's a very generous line to the Rams.
I think maybe 2.
Cooper
because-
Cup is like 6 of those points.
for sure. Like, I mean, they also have an elite, like a really good
And Nakua
number
now.
2 receiver,
Yeah.
which is like crazy. Just
And they still got Aaron Donald.
yeah, well, you can't do much about that.
Yeah.
Eagles, Jets. That's an Eagles win.
Yep.
Giants, Bills is Bills all day. Hopefully they shut them out. 71 points.
71-0. It might happen. Daniel Jones might not even play this game. And as bad as he's been, he's still probably the best quarterback there. I mean, Tyrod Taylor, it's been a minute since he's got much playing time. And especially behind that offensive line, he's like 32, 33 now.
With that name,
He's
I
going to
mean,
die.
Yeah, and I can't remember if they're good. Man, why can't I remember Bill's player's name? Oh my goodness, the defensive line. He's
Ed Oliver,
no, the other guy,
Von Miller.
Von Miller.
Yeah, he played half the game in London. I don't know. I think he might have gotten hurt again. I'm not too sure, but
Either way, they have a good defensive line.
yeah.
I think he gets sacked 7 times.
I feel like that's being generous to the Giants.
At least, like if I
Like
hit over
minimum.
7.5, 6.5, I'll take the over.
Hard over.
Hard over.
10.5 over.
15.5.
Slight under. They're gonna get 15
13.5.
over.
14.5.
Over. Right at 15.
I'll take under on 14.5. You want to make $5 bets on that?
No.
Okay. Cowboys, Chargers. One of these teams is going to do what one of these teams does and crap the bed. But the other team might also crap the bed. I mean,
Yeah.
looking at the Cowboys' track record just this season, they should blow out the Chargers.
They won't though.
They're not
And
going
that's why I'm
to.
taking the Chargers.
How'd the Chargers do? The Chargers barely beat the Raiders 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but that's a divisional game. And everyone this year they've played close. Miami by 2, Tennessee by 3, Vikings by 4, and then 7 by the Raiders. So by that logic, they'll beat the Cowboys by at least 8.
Sure, I'll take the Chargers.
We're agreeing too much this week. I don't like it.
And we're both going to be like 4 and whatever, how many games are up.
Yeah.
At least we'll get that Ravens one, though,
Nailed it. Easiest pick of my life.
for sure. Yeah, that's all. I mean, are you excited for any of these games? You want to talk about anything? I mean,
I'm excited that the Packers have a bye. It gives me enough time to kind of forget how bad they were and get delusional again and then pick them because I've picked them every week. Although they do play the Broncos next, so they hopefully will win that game.
I've also picked the Bills every week, and I'm 3-2 right now. So
Yeah, let's see. I can actually look at those records real quick because I've been keeping track of who I've picked,
Oh,
and there's some weird ones out there. The Broncos, I've picked them every week
to win?
I except for this week. Yeah, I picked them every week to win. That was one that was like, what am I doing?
That's wild. I've picked the Bills every week. I know that.
Yeah, you've picked them to be 5-0. I've picked them before. I've also got the Lions at 2-3.
They're not at 2 at 3.
We've both picked against the Panthers every week, and it's worked out for both of us.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's see. I thought there was one that I was like, what is John doing?
Probably. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing.
You picked the
either.
Niners to lose a game. You're crazy.
I'm insane. Did it work?
No, they're undefeated.
Okay, yeah, I was just trying to make that.
Man, like, why are you so good at this?
Am I?
You had the Bengals at 4-1.
Oh, that makes sense though.
You had the Ravens at 4-1.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, the one, it's not as crazy as mine, but you had the Steelers with 3-2.
Okay,
I had the Broncos at 5-0.
that's wild.
don't know
That's
what I'm
crazy.
on.
How you're gonna have them at like 5-12 now because you're not gonna pick
Against
them
them every week.
and that's gonna still be higher than what they're gonna get.
Probably.
Yeah, crazy. I'm excited. We should do that at the end of every week now.
Yeah, we'll at least recap it at the end of the season. I don't know if we want to do it every week, but
yeah, maybe not every week, but
maybe like every
couple
month
weeks.
or so,
Yeah,
something
every
like that.
couple weeks, couple games. Get back to it. See that Benea picks the Packers to go 17-0, and they go.
I have
8
picked them
and
every
9.
week. Hey, they've all been winnable games though. They could be 4-1.
The only reason you're not taking the Broncos next week is because they're playing the Packers, but
Yeah.
otherwise,
Broncos 16-1.
60. Oh wow, Judas.
Well, I also picked against them this week, so
Yeah, and then the week after they're playing the Vikings, so you're gonna pick
W.
that game too. And the
There's
week
no
after
game
that,
they-
they're playing the Rams.
W.
I mean, they could win that. They're playing the Steelers.
easy W.
They could win. They're playing the Chargers.
It's tight W.
Crazy, man. Yeah, they're playing all sorts of teams. They're playing the Lions.
Revenge game. W.
No, that's not happening. They're playing the Chiefs. Week 13.
Upset of the year, baby.
Are we just going through all their games?
That's what you're doing. You just keep
They're
talking.
playing the Giants.
W.
Big W. Yeah, I think so. Got a couple more losses here and there.
No. Packers going, what is it, 14-3 or whatever? Yes, sir. All right, thank you guys for
Sounded
watching.
confident in that
Thank
one.
you guys for listening, and we'll be back next week.
Yeah, we will, unfortunately. But we will.